It is time for the Big Board presented by Bet365. It's great to see Blake Murphy again. And I made this point a week ago. Blake Snell has more Cy Young awards than he does complete games. And the point is that the way we judge pitchers has changed dramatically. And you have a very interesting point to make about Mr. Skeens.
I certainly do, and Blake Snell's a great example of this as well, but he's had the fortune of being on good teams. Paul Skeens goes a little longer, not on good teams, though. So Paul Skeens is tracking right now to potentially be the first starting pitcher in a full season, so take out the pandemic year, to win a Cy Young with single-digit wins. And I know we don't really credit or blame pitchers for their win-loss record anymore in 2025, but it's still fascinating that the fewest wins for a starter to win the Cy Young, other than Bieber and Bauer in 2020, is Jacob deGrom, who did it twice. Robbie Ray, when he was a Blue Jay, only won 13, but Skeens is currently sitting on 7. He has almost as many wins above replacement as he does actual wins right now. So, okay, let's look at how Paul Skeens is doing this. You guys are familiar with Paul Skeens by now, but it is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball with 6 additional pitches that you have to be aware of, 5 of those grade as above average or higher. As Madison alluded to a little earlier, I'm not sure how you game plan for this guy effectively, and we can dig in on some of the data, and it shows us if you are not geared up for the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, guys in general catch Paul Skeens' fastball and sinker way back behind the plate. They're behind it more than most pitches in baseball. We also can see that guys tend to slow their bat speed down. Now, whether that's consciously going two-strike approach against Skeens from the outset, or you just can't get to your A swing against them, it is fascinating that we can now quantify you got to slow it down against Skeens to account for all of those pitches.
Blake, for those unaware, the commissioner made some really interesting remarks about what I'll call the future of Major League Baseball. Can you elaborate?
I can, and this is relevant to Toronto-Pittsburgh because if Major League Baseball were to realign, maybe the Blue Jays are down at PNC a little more often. Maybe Jays fans can make that trek to that beautiful ballpark, or Cleveland or Detroit, a little more often. So Rob Manfred was talking about possible expansion in Major League Baseball over the next few years, and within that, he talked about that they might geographically realign if they did that. They'd have to change the divisions. They'd have 32 teams. Now, whether that would be 4 divisions of 8 NFL style, or 8 divisions of 4 rather, or 4 divisions of 8, we're not sure. The league would probably look at things like, well, you don't want to put the Yankees and the Mets and the Red Sox all in the same division and they can't all make the playoffs. But if you're the Blue Jays, you're probably hearing this and thinking Cleveland, Detroit, and Pittsburgh are geographically much closer to Toronto than all of the teams in the American League East right now. They're also smaller budget teams, maybe teams that are a little easier to compete with year over year. I think it'd be fun from a fan perspective as well. And then the pitch that the Players Union will make is less travel, maybe healthier players too.
I like to tease both Madison and Caleb Joseph about the prospect of us losing them to the broadcast team of what I call the Nashville Expos. But that's for the future. Thank you so much. That is Blake Murphy, and that is